Hi, everyone. Hey, it's Paul DeGrigley. And we're on Facebook Live for number 3, baby. This is a big one. Nurture your safety and your trust within your organization. And I got to say, safety and trust are quite big within the organization. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, a lot of the stuff is so simple, but yet again, it takes years and years and years to unfold or really gravitate towards it and practice it and put it into the use. Because I've always been a firm believer that we take things that are more complicated than they really are. And the simpler they are, the easier they are for people to understand. That's truly what makes an organization tick. Because we're always on a treadmill. We always want to go, and we don't stop and think. And when we do think and take into consideration what's happening next, then that's kind of important. You know, and I'll give you an example of that. My wife and I, we sat down this morning and we built out our one-page plan, which is, you know, the big 5 and little 5 and what's important for the day. And that's exactly what we did this morning. But that takes time. It's extremely important. So when you talk about trust and safety, number one, within the organization, your people within your organization have to feel that they're safe within their organization. Safety means they know they got a job, they know they're doing their job well, they understand their department, they understand the people they work with, they walk in the front door and they feel concerned and they feel good about themselves. When you see a pattern of someone being late, or you see a pattern of someone not showing up, or someone not really doing their job, and they're just hanging around and not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that's an indication that they probably don't feel safe, and they don't like what they're doing, they don't like their job, and they're looking for a way out. So safety is very, very important. What's critical in the organization and to make your culture thrive is trust. And once you break trust with one another, I'd have to say that the game is pretty much over with. Trust, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, should be always explained in detail. And I always say this, I'd rather hurt your feelings, but I'm always going to tell you the truth. So you got to be very candid and candor to both the trust, the candid, the candor, and telling the people the truth, whether it's going to hurt your feelings or not. You just got to be upfront and honest, and you can never defend the trust. And if you continue to make excuses, then you're not going to remember what your excuses were day 1, day 2, day 3. You're always going to think about it, and you're going to always try to, cover your anatomy, if you will, when it comes to excuses. So no excuses. Just tell the truth and be upfront and honest. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. If you can do it, hey, great. But don't let your mind overload your back, meaning that don't overpromise, okay? I know a lot of times they say overpromise and overdeliver, but it doesn't work that way. To me, I just think it's important to give yourself a timeline, give them a timeline, when it can be done, be truthful. If you're beyond point, if you're not sure about the task, then ask somebody about it that has done it before. Or give yourself a little bit of leeway. And then this way here, you'll always tell the truth. So I think those two things, safety and truth within an organization, are absolutely critical, especially for your employees. So make it a safe environment. And I think more significant than that, try to be very truthful for each and every one. And when you fire anybody, it's not really their fault. They're not a bad person. They just don't fit into your culture. But you've heard me say it before, and I'm going to say it to you again. Hire slowly. We don't usually hire slowly. Put all your ducks in order. Fire quickly, because you don't want that toxic person to hang around. And don't forget, for one negative person, it affects 12 positive people. Hey, thanks for listening, and this was the end of part 3, and we'll see you for part 1, 2, and 3 the next time around, because it's going to be interesting topics, so we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep the momentum going. Okay, it's like taking a snowball and rolls down the hill, eventually gets bigger and bigger. Oh, yeah. All right. Have a good week. Have a good day. Have a good month. And don't forget the Paul Joseph line. We're growing exponentially. Call Lauren DeGrigley for samples. She'd be happy to send them to you. All right, take care. Share this with as many people as possible. They'd love to hear it. I'm sure they would, if it can help them. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.